Hello and welcome in our YouTube channel Metallurgical Facts. Subscribe our channel and press bell icon to get notification. You can also follow us on our Facebook and Instagram page for daily quizzes and practice. In case of any query, write us on metallurgicalfacts@gmail.com. In this video, we will try to understand the basic concepts of metallurgy. So first of all, we will understand solution. After understanding the solution, solid solution and both types of the solid solution such as solid substitutional solid solution and interstitial solid solution will be covered. And finally, we will move to the concepts of alloy. So starting from a solution is a special kind of mixture in which one substance is thoroughly dissolved in the other one. There are two basic components of solution. The first one is dictator, which is also known as solvent. Solvent dissolves the other substances. Generally, the solvent used in solution is in liquid form. The next one is submissive, which is also known as solute. The solute may be in liquid or solid form in solution. The properties of solution generally are very similar to the solvent. There will be some difference due to the influence of solute, but that does not affect much. So there are three possible conditions for a solution. The first one is unsaturated. If the solvent is dissolving less of the solute, then it could dissolve at a given temperature and pressure. Then the condition is known as unsaturated. Saturated. If the solvent is dissolving limited amount of solute, then this situation is known as saturated solution. Supersaturated. If the solvent is dissolving more of the solute, then it should under equilibrium conditions the solution is known as supersaturated solution. The example of solution is salt water and sugar water. So after understanding the concept of solution, we will move to the solid solution. A solid solution is a solution in which both the solvent and solutes are in solid form. So at first this sounds impossible. How can we mix a solid material to another solid material and cause dissolving to take place? So one can think about this. So taking example of sugar, that sugar cannot be dissolved in ice, and if a piece of solid carbon are mixed up with a piece of solid iron, they will not dissolve. So for preparing solid solution, we need elevated temperature. The dissolving action is done at elevated temperature when both solid melts and become liquids. For many alloy systems and at some specific temperature, there is a maximum concentration of solute atoms that may dissolve in the solvent to form a solid solution. This is known as solubility limit. So depending on the ratio of the solvent metal atom size and solute element atom size, the two types of solid solutions may be formed. The first one is substitutional solid solution and the other one is interstitial solid solution. The first type of solid solution is substitutional solid solution. So if the atom of the solvent metal and solute element are of similar sizes, they form substitutional solid solution where part of the solvent atoms are substituted by atoms of the alloying elements, also shown in figure. So in figure we can observe that blue balls and red balls of similar sizes uh, are in substitutional solid solution. One can observe that blue balls at some places are replaced by that red ball of same sizes. So this is actually what happening during the formation of substitutional solid solution. So to form the substitutional solid solution, Hume-Rodri rules must be followed. Hume-Rodri rules, also known as HR rules. So first is size factor. The atoms or ions must be of similar size with no more than 15% of difference in atomic radius. This is because to minimize the lattice strain. The next one is crystal structure. The elements must have the same crystal structure, otherwise there is some point at which transition occur from one phase to second phase with different crystal structure. The next one is valency. The ions must have the same valence, otherwise the valence electron difference encourages the formation of compound rather than the solution. The last one is electronegativity. The atoms must have approximately the same electronegativity to form the solid solution. So these are the Hume-Rodri rules. So few examples substantial solid solution which forms complete solid solubility, that is copper and nickel, silver and gold, and the last one is germanium and silicon. So the second type of solid solution is interstitial solid solution. If the atoms of alloying elements are considerably smaller than the atoms of the matrix metal, interstitial solid solution forms, where the matrix solute atoms are located in the spaces between large solvent atoms, also shown in figure. That blue color ball is solvent atom and red color ball is solute atom. So when the solubility of a solute element in interstitial solution is exceeded, a phase of intermediate compound forms. Solubility for interstitial atom is more in transition metals such as iron, titanium, vanadium, zirconium, and many more. And this is due to the electronic structure of elements. These elements having incomplete inner shell. Important examples of interstitial solid solutions are iron carbon and tungsten carbon. Once we understood the concept of solution and solid solution, so we can easily understand the concept of alloys. So when two or more metals are dissolved together in solid solution, the new material is known as alloys. The metals that are al- dissolved is called as alloying elements. An alloy system contains all the alloys that can be formed by several elements combined in all possible proportions. If the system is made of two elements, it is called a binary alloy system. If three elements is used, then it is known as ternary alloy systems. The typical examples of alloys are steel, cast iron, bronze, and brass. Alloys may be prepared by different technological methods, so, such as melting, sintering of powder mixture, high temperature diffusion of an alloying element into the base metal. Next one is plasma and vapor deposition of different elements, and electroplating. Thank you guys for your attention. Hoping you guys have learned something new in our video. To get notification of upcoming video, subscribe our channel and press bell icon. Thank you.